And a hurricane warning has already been issued for Florida. So when are we looking at it hitting?
Likely landfall potentially Saturday night or into Sunday morning. It's also possible that the center of Isaias could stay off the coast. Landfall is defined as when the center of a system comes on shore. But with tropical systems, even compact ones like this one, the impacts stretch much further out. The wind field stretches out at least 100 miles from the center. And we've also got, of course, the threat for very heavy rainfall, coastal erosion, rip currents, the whole 9 yards. And this thing looks to track up the East Coast. So here's a look at the latest. 80-mile-per-hour sustained winds, maintains Category 1 strength. It is expected to be a Category 1 on its approach towards Florida. The forecast cone that you see here, that's a forecast of where the center of the storm might be. So it's possible that late Saturday night it could be on shore northern parts of the Miami area, likely closer to Fort Lauderdale. It could also still stay out to sea and be closer to the Bahamas. Regardless, significant rainfall is expected all along the Florida coast. Upwards of 6 to 12 inches of rain expected from the Miami area all the way up to Jacksonville. The track of it has it hugging the coastline through the middle part of next week. Now, we're not looking at impacts from Isaias here in Tennessee. All of the rain that it's expected to generate to the east is actually going to help reinforce a drying pattern for us by the middle of next week. So we are not going to see any wet impacts from Isaias, but our neighbors to the east sure are. And we have had plenty of wet weather over the next couple days. Franklin, rainfall totals since midnight over 2 inches, and it is still raining there. Other parts seeing upwards of 2 to 3 inches in just a few hours. There is a flash flood watch in effect for our Kentucky counties. For folks west of Interstate 65, this expires at midnight. For folks east of 65, it expires around sunrise. And the concern there is just that showers and storms continue to roll over the same spots that have already been saturated. So still the two strongest storms that we have right now, there's one right on the Montgomery County, Robertson County border. It's right near Interstate 24. This uptick in lightning right here, not impossible. There could be some small hail in there, but it's mostly just heavy rain and some gusty wind. So pouring all along Interstate 24, a couple rumbles crossing into our Kentucky County as well, up towards Adairville. Here's a closer look at that. So outside Pleasant View, just to the east of Clarksville, some pretty good rumbles. Also seeing showers and storms come north. So Interstate 65 stretching from Robertson and Sumner up into Kentucky. There are showers further to the south and west across parts of Hickman County, but they're weaker. Not seeing as much lightning with that. A stray shower, stubborn shower into Wilson County, Trousdale, Macon. I often call it whack-a-mole, and that is exactly what it's been the last couple days with radar. They just keep popping up. In general, we'll continue to see showers and storms even as we head towards midnight tonight, likely an uptick around 2 to 3, then a lull around sunrise. Then we'll have a final push tomorrow afternoon. So don't cancel any plans, just stay weather aware. Computer modeling shows how it's very spotty in nature as we head towards the midnight hour, even an additional round around 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning. Lull, not bone dry, but a lull. Then the sun comes up tomorrow. We add the heat to the equation and we start to see a few more showers and storms. Saturday is the last unsettled day. It's also going to be really hot and humid, just like it was today. Temperature is technically in the 80s, but the heat index, that'll be well into the 90s. Then things start to change. I mentioned that drying pattern into next week. It's significant for August standards. We look to head below normal as far as temperatures go. We look to dry out, which we all need at this point. We're also looking at lower humidity. Drier air settling into the area means we're going to get a break from this oppressive, steamy air mass that we have been stuck in, Carrie. Looking to be in the 80s next week. Some folks overnight lows might even dip into the 50s a couple nights next week. Ooh.